I did it. Sub 1.5, top 100 in the world. You've seen the title, you've seen my other video, at least I hope you have. It's time to go inside the mind of a slightly pro clock solver. However, firstly, some context. The night before, I decided to do just a small practice session for 2x2, and it wasn't great. My turning was locky, my cube wasn't feeling great, and this was happening a lot. So needless to say, I went into this competition with zero expectations whatsoever, especially for 2x2. Okay, because I don't have enough time, you're just gonna have to read the scrambles off here. So we're gonna do scramble 1 first. Yes, I really kept the scramble sheet. It's a souvenir. Anyway, scramble 1. So, the first thing that sticks out to me is this almost done blue face, where you can do a U2 and insert this corner to get this really nice EG1. There are some other alright solutions, like doing a U on yellow, and then pairing up the bar like this and then inserting it, which gives you this yellow case. But already, this solution was really nice, so I went for it. And the little AOF trick, this bar is always going to stay on its side if you do the algorithm from here or here. So what I mean is, I did a U prime in this instance because this orange bar will come here, and once these two corners have swapped, the orange side will be here. So orange and orange means no AOF. So like that. The full solution executed a little more smoothly would go like this. So that was a 1.34, which was 14 moves, so executed at 10.44 TPS, which is already a really good start for me. The time, but also the turning, 10 plus TPS is kind of rare for me in comps, so that was quite nice to get. Alright, so now it is scramble 2. Pause the video if you want to try that. Alright, so the cube cover comes off, and again the first thing that sticks out is an almost done blue face. And I could insert this corner. This would result in an EG2 face because these are both opposites. And I could have inserted it like this, which would have given me probably the worst EG2 case. Or like this, which is alright because it's just U prime and then sexy sledge and then R2B2, R2B2, which is fine. But I wanted to keep looking. On red, there is a 4-move face. You can do U, R, and then pair these up and then insert. This leaves you with this EG1 case, but the bar's at the front. So if I wanted the bar to be at the back, I would have to do that solution lefty or the face solution lefty, which isn't ideal. And then on orange, I saw that you could do a pretty similar solution where you do a U and then R prime and then pair these up, R prime. And it leaves you with the same EG1 case, however the bar's at the back, and also that solution was righty. So I went with it, and then a U and an AOF trick. It's the same as last time. It's a different EG1 case, but this bar will still go here. After swapping these two corners, green will be here, and green will be here, so that is a U prime AOF. That solution was 17 moves, so I was really surprised when I looked at the timer and saw 1.57, because that is 10.83 TPS, which again I was not expecting. Yes, that EG1 algorithm is quite spammable, but I thought maybe the face solution would mess me up a little because like it's kind of risky doing that sometimes, at least for me. So yeah, I'm very pleased with that execution, and now I have a counting 1.5 going into solve 3. But obviously I tried not to think about the counting 1.5 too much because who knows how nervous I would have been. Alright, scramble 3, solve 3. And the first thing that sticks out to me is this green and red block. So it's always good to check green and red. So I checked green. It is a 1 move to T-seal, I guess, but I don't know any. So there are 2 ways you can solve this twisted corner into an EG1 face in this case. You can do an F prime, insert this corner, which gives me this EG1 case. Or I can do an R and then cancel into the RU R prime F prime to solve the face, and I get this case. Both of which are alright, but I wanted to keep looking, so I checked red, and Luckily, there is this nice 4-move layer on red. We do U prime, pair up a bar like this, and these two are the same also, so it's going to be a layer because of this. U prime R2, and it gives me this CLL case with no AUF, and a little AUF trick. For many of the Soon cases, the front corner will always move to the other front corner's spot. So in this case, this corner at the front right will move to the front left, so as you can see, we'll have no AUF. Now, I'll have to admit something. Although my execution was quite good, at the time, the timer stop felt a bit dodgy. So basically, here's what happened. I finished my execution, and then for some reason, as I go to stop the timer, my right hand exerted a little bit more force than my left hand, causing the cube to go left, and then it hit my left hand in a bit of a concerning way. Luckily, and I cannot tell you how many times I've watched this over and over, this all happened before I stopped the timer, I guess officially. After I put my hands on the timer, I wasn't touching the cube at all, and the cube wasn't touching me, and the cube was solved. So, although it felt dodgy at the time, I watched it back so many times, it was alright. After all that, it was a 137, a 12-move solution executed at 8.76 TPS, which honestly could have been a little better if I had a better timer stop, but oh well. Now we're going into Solve 4, and yes, it's not the best thing to do this, but you know, I couldn't stop thinking about the insane potential that this average had, with currently counting 1.3 and a 1.5. Goodness, my brother. So the best thing I could really do was just to stay calm. Now obviously I didn't calculate what I needed to get sub X, but here are the values anyway if you want to know. All I wanted to do on this solve was just solve the cube. If I get a good time, good for me. Here is solve 4. And now the cube cover comes off, and immediately I see the 2 green bars. So it's a pretty simple solution, a U and an R2 to solve them. And it leaves me with this EG1 case, which is already quite nice. I kind of didn't check anything else. I'm not sure if there was actually anything better on this scramble. But 2 moves into a nice EG1 case is already pretty good. And when you're in a kind of high pressure situation, at least for short events, it's always best to go with the thing you look at first so you don't have time to get nervous or whatever. At least that's what I tend to do. So it's just a U, R2, and then a U. And then to predict AOF, this corner will stay here. So the white-red corner for the bottom layer is here. So I'll have to do a U prime. And then I do the algorithm. It is a bit of a lucky execution at the start, but I managed to bring it back. Stop the timer. It's a 1.47, and yeah, I just go nuts. A 14-move solution executed at 9.46 TPS. Again, could have been better, but who cares? And immediately, like, I was really happy, but I was also really shocked because of what was happening last night and even during the competition. Like, my cube not being that good. I couldn't believe it at all. If you want to hear my full thoughts about the average and, you know, what this means to me and whatever, blah, 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 you can just read the essay in the description of the video. But here, now we're going into Solve 5, where the mentality is just to go all out. If I mess up, then whatever. But if I do well, I'll get an even better average, so let's just see what happens. Now, obviously I didn't calculate it, but my best possible average was 140, which is just insane. So the cube cover comes off. This is the same phase solution as Solve 1, a U2 and then insert. And it gives me this EG1 case, which is alright, but I thought maybe I could find something better. And I was checking, not really finding anything good. And then I saw this, which was a 4-move layer on yellow to this yellow. Then I would do a U2 to put out the correct angle, and an AUF trick. This bar would move to the other side. So again, no AUF. And the reason why I went for this solution is because this CLL is kind of fast for me. Like, it's a lot of moves, but it's also very spammable. So I thought maybe if I just went all out, like, I could improve my average at least a little bit. And I actually almost did. I got a 1.73, which was my worst time of the average. However, I locked up a little bit near the end, which I'm not sure how much time that cost, but It definitely could have been better than a 157, which was my worst time with the average. But still, there was a 17 move solution executed at 9.83 TPS, so almost getting 10 TPS with a slight lockup is kind of good for me, I guess. And it gave me a worst possible average of 147, which I'm really no, I'm kidding. Although after the round, Rome was trying the scrambles and he did point out something to me that we both missed. Instead of inserting this green corner like this, you could insert it like this with a U prime and an RU to R prime to give you this EG1 case, which goes like this. And what you can do here is a pretty nice cancellation that goes like this. This is how it works. And the full solution is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 moves long. And it's a really nice set of 12 moves. So, you know, if one of us found that, it could have been maybe sub 1 potential. And it maybe could have given us best possible averages of 120, whatever the hell he got, and 140 for me. Yeah, I'm really going against what I stood up for. But yeah, that's basically the average and the reconstructions. Obviously, this was a huge goal of mine to get sub 1.5 and or top 100. Actually, I got both of those at the same time, and I was the 100th ever person to get sub 1.5 average, which is kind of cool, I guess. Like I said, my thoughts on this average will be found in the description of the video. And yeah, thanks for all the support. Hopefully I'll push this further someday. And thanks for watching.